Do you ever catch yourself doing something small, cutting in a queue, skipping a thank you note, or sending a curt reply, and then feel a quiet tug of surprise because it doesn't fit the person you think you are? If so, you're seeing the gap between your declared values and the tiny habits that actually stitch your life together. Today, we'll take an X-ray of those habits and show how the quiet, repetitive rituals of your day, how you answer messages, how you end conversations, how you treat strangers, slowly build what looks like a moral profile, a mosaic of small acts that, over time, come to define who you are in other people's eyes and in your own mind. This is not a moralizing lecture, it's a practical map. First, let's be clear about the big idea. Morality is not only made of high-stakes decisions. It's mostly built from micro-behaviors performed by habit. Philosophers from Aristotle to modern virtue ethicists hinted at this. Character is formed by repeated acts. Neuroscience gives us the mechanism. Neurons wire together through repetition, forming habits that run on autopilot. Those neural trodden paths become default responses, and default responses are what others read as who you are. If you want to understand your moral shape, you must look beneath the dramatic moments and X-ray the mundane ones. Think of your day as a small city of rituals. Some streets are highways, visible, loud, rarely traveled. Others are the alleys where you live. Opening emails, deciding whether to interrupt someone, letting someone go first. Each act deposits a tiny bit of social information. This person is reliable. This person is courteous. This person cuts corners. Over months, these deposits compound. The good news? Because they compound, small adjustments pay off disproportionately. The bad news? Because they're small, they're invisible. We overestimate the impact of rare big gestures and underestimate the slow power of daily rituals. So how do you perform the X-ray and intentionally redesign your moral profile? Here's a clear, actionable framework, a toolkit for the mind you can use this week. Step 1. Perform a 2-minute audit. For 2 minutes right now, list 3 micro habits you do automatically that you'd like to keep and 3 you suspect are shaping you in ways you don't love. Keep it simple. I answer messages with one-line replies. I interrupt during meetings. I thank colleagues for help. Naming is the first act of seeing. Step 2. Map behaviors into a 2x2 grid, effort versus impact. Draw or imagine 4 boxes: low effort, low impact, low effort, high impact, high effort, low impact, high effort, high impact. Place each habit you listed into one box. You'll usually find the most meaningful moral deposits live in the low effort/high impact quadrant. Tiny things you can do easily that change how other people experience you. Step 3. Weight your habits by visibility and alignment. Ask 2 quick questions for each habit. Who notices this? Visibility. And does it align with my core value? Alignment. A habit that is low visibility but high alignment still matters because it changes your self-image. One that is high visibility but low alignment can distort others' perceptions of you. Step 4. Choose 3 micro-interventions, your moral experiments. Pick 1 habit from the low effort, high impact box to amplify, 1 from the high effort, low impact box to reduce, and 1 small boundary to practice. For example, amplify. Add a 1-line appreciation to every meeting follow-up. Reduce. Stop multitasking during conversations. Put the phone face down for the meeting's duration. Boundary. Decline quick weekend work requests with a short, firm template. Step 5. Run 7 small experiments and record results. For 7 days, try the intervention and record 1 sentence each evening. What happened and how it felt. This feedback loop is how your brain updates the model of reality. You learn that being reliable and kind in small ways doesn't deplete you and often returns social trust. Now for the practical scripts and micro habits you can implement immediately. Tools you can copy-paste into your life. Script 1. The 20-second thank you. After someone helps you, write a 20-second message. Thanks for X. Your input saved me Y. Short, specific gratitude deposits trust. Script 2. The clarify don't accuse frame. When needing to correct or push back, I might be missing context. Could you explain X? This invites collaboration instead of triggering defensiveness. Script 3. The 2-minute reply rule. If an email will take less than 2 minutes, reply now. If not, send a 1-line, I've seen this, I'll respond by time. This separates responsiveness from perfectionism. Script 4. The boundary template. I can't take that on this week. I can help by suggesting an alternative or scheduling for next week. Practicing this protects your resources while signaling reliability. Script 5. The repair formula. When you slip, use 3 sentences: acknowledge, fix, invite. I missed my deadline. That was on me. I'll deliver by Friday and would appreciate feedback then. Repair builds trust faster than perfection because it shows accountability. In addition to scripts, adopt these embodied rituals, small, repeatable acts that align body and mind. Ritual A, the pause before reply. Take 3 seconds before answering a message or comment, breathe, and choose tone. Ritual B, the exit line. End conversations with 1 sentence of closure. Thanks for your time, I'll follow up with X. Ritual C, the micro apology. If you sense you interrupted or hurt someone, a brief, "Sorry, I cut you off. Please continue," resets the relational ledger. Let's tackle some common obstacles with compassionate clarity. Obstacle 1, I don't have time for niceties. True, you don't need more time. You need different defaults. The 2-minute reply rule deliberately converts minimal investments into maximal return. Obstacle 2, small acts feel performative. If your acts feel hollow, they will be hollow. The fix is to tie micro-actions to a clear value statement. I value clarity. My micro-actions will reflect that. When action aligns with declared values, authenticity increases. Obstacle 3, people will take advantage if I'm consistent. Some will, and boundaries are part of the toolkit for people keeping. Consistency with boundaries, not consistency of self-sacrifice, is the moral sweet spot. Philosophically, this approach combines virtue ethics and behavioral science. Cultivate character by shaping daily practice, not by waiting for moral emergencies. Psychologically, it exploits habit formation and social feedback loops so that small repeated signals reshape how others and you predict your behavior. Practically, it's sustainable because it avoids the burnout of constant moral grandstanding. To make this stick, adopt a weekly X-ray ritual. Once a week, do a 10-minute scan. Use 3 prompts. Where did I act in alignment with my values? Where did I act out of automatic reactivity? What one micro habit do I want to adjust next week? Keep this in a simple notebook or a note app called Habit X-ray. Over months, you'll see the mosaic change, the tiny tiles reoriented into a clearer pattern. A few real-world examples to illustrate the power of microdeposits. A manager who began sending one-line appreciations to direct reports saw engagement rise because people felt seen. A friend who practiced the repair formula found coworkers more forgiving and willing to collaborate. A creator who added a brief, "I'll reply in 48 hours" line to their bio reduced anxious inboxing and increased the quality of interactions. Beware of 2 mistakes when recalibrating your moral profile. Mistake A, chasing moral perfection. The point is not to be flawless, but to be reliably oriented toward your values. Mistake B, treating microhabits as PR. If actions are only to manipulate reputation, they'll collapse under scrutiny. The ethical core must be internal. Small acts should be means to becoming the kind of person you respect. Finally, let's close with a short, practical 7-day plan you can try right now. Day 1, perform a 2-minute audit and place 3 habits into the 2x2 grid. Day 2, pick 1 low-effort, high-impact habit to amplify. Commit to doing it 3 times that day. Day 3, implement the 2-minute reply rule and notice the change in your inbox. Day 4, use the repair formula once if needed. Reflect on the outcome. Day 5, send 1 micro-recognition message to a colleague or friend. Day 6, practice the boundary template in 1 interaction. Day 7, run the weekly X-ray. Reflect, note improvements. Choose the next week's micro-experiment. Remember, the X-ray of habits isn't about self-flagellation. It's about intelligent design. You are not sculpting a statue with 1 heroic strike. You're laying tiles that together form something durable and meaningful. If you treat your daily rituals as material, if you look at them, test them, and shape them, you can intentionally craft a moral profile that matches who you want to be. If this episode gave you 1 concrete idea, try it today. Pick 1 tiny habit and make a small deposit into your moral account. If you found this useful and want more practical, evidence-based tools to redesign how you think and act, like, share, and subscribe to Mind Unlocked. Consider this channel your weekly X-ray lab for the mind, where small experiments compound into a life you can be proud of.